Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the Secret Oracle of the Garden Witch. Now this deck was sent to me by US Game Systems for my honest review. This was published by US Games. And it says The Secret, and let's see, who is this from really quick? This is written by Cecilia Latari and illustrated by Betty Greco, my apologies. I will be putting a link down below where you can get this deck as well. The Secret Oracle of the Green Witch guides you through, you know what, let me get my glasses on really quick. The Secret Oracle of the Garden Witch guides you through an enchanted garden into the heart of the woods, where the Green Witch, the Hedge Witch, and the Kitchen Witch reveal their special magic to you. The 50-card deck brings together the important herbs, tools, tales, and inspiration that you'll need for your spell work. Many of the cards are dedicated to the plants, animals, and natural elements used for charms, talismans, and potions. The 65-page illustrated guidebook teaches us to recognize and listen to the voices in the woods and to receive their messages through symbols and stories. I love the box. It is so just perfect. These are easy for storage. It's good and sturdy. Here is the book that it comes with. It is a total of 64 pages with information on Cecilia Latari and Betty Greco. This is what it looks like for all of the cards. Let me read to you what it says in the introduction. This is the contents page. Introduction. So while I'm doing that, these are the backs. These are not in order because I already got them out. Oops. In the heart of the woods. I have always believed that there is a touch of magic in everyone. We just have to remind ourselves of it, as it is perhaps something that we tend to forget. That link with nature, the contact with the woods, the garden, with plants and animals that inhabit these places, immediately transports us to a different dimension, one that is more complete and nuanced than everyday life. I created this deck of cards bringing together the symbols, herbs, tools, and inspirations that come from the world of green magic. This deck includes 3 main witches of this path: the Green Witch, the Kitchen Witch, and the Hedge Witch. Each of them will reveal to you a part of her magic. Many of the cards are dedicated to plants, the first allies of this kind of witch. The deck itself becomes a magical object through which to better understand the signs and symbols that you will find as you wander farther and farther into the woods. You will come across tools that are both magical and commonplace. The mortar and the scissors, the cauldron and the enameled mugs, and so on, as well as the 3 witches mentioned above. The deck also contains some mysterious, fascinating tales from Hildegard von Bingen's Viriditas to the magic mirror found in many fairy tales. From cruel spells to the moths that fly on moonlit nights. You will discover various practices from purification to the ability of stillness, and you will explore a number of different environments, the woods, the garden, and finally a space just for you. Follow the path of illumination through the greenery between the ferns and the brambles, and you will reach the very heart of the woods, the witch's heart. I love that. It also talks about how to use the deck. It's just simple, and then it goes on to the cards. So let's get into showing you the cards. Now let me show you. I mean, this is This feels like cardboard, honestly. Like laminated, flexible cardboard. And I have shuffled this, riffled, and it actually shuffles really good. So first we've got the mystery. I love that. I love this deck, the artwork of this deck. The infusion. The Book of Shadows. Mugwort. Contact. The Moth. The Mortar. She's fabulous. The Lady of the Herbs. Aloe. The Witch's Heart. Belladonna. The Lantern. Look at even the little mugs down there. Oh, I love that. Water. Nettle. The Mirror. So which one do you remember? Do you remember Magic Mirror on the Wall, or do you remember Mirror Mirror on the Wall? I remember Mirror Mirror on the Wall, but now, to my understanding, it says Magic Mirror. Mandela Effect? Probably. The Floral Essence. The Green Witch. Common Comfrey. The Cauldron. This is perfect for even Halloween time. The colors and everything are just stunning. I love this. Dandelion. Enchantment. The Magic Circle. Greater Burdock. Spearmint. Marigold. The Candles. The Goddess of the Woods. Yarrow. The Hedge Witch. The Path. Oh, a garden of her own. Horsetail. Ribwort Plantain. Purification. We got some Palo Santo there, it looks like. Green Magic. Mandrake. The Altar. The Apple. St. John's Wort. Viriditas. Fly Agaric. I love that. Gosh, I am in love with this artwork. The Scissors. Might have to find a couple of decks to pair with this really quick. The Red Teapot. Did I say that right? Yeah. Oh, the Kitchen Witch. The Phases of the Moon. Quietness. The Garden. Alchemy. The Knife. The Sacred Space. All right, so let's see how it shuffles. And you know, let me just grab one of the decks that I have right here. So you can see this is like a regular size tarot deck. This is the Tarot Volatile. This is the difference. So this is a little bit taller and wider than your run-of-the-mill tarot. But it's 50 cards, not, you know, 78. So you can still reach in there and get a really good shuffle. Now let's see. If I remember right, I could shuffle this. Just because it does bend really well. That was a fail. Let me try that again. I think it shuffles really well. If it was thicker, it would definitely be a stretch for me. Yeah, that's nice. All right, so let's draw one card. Let's draw one. Let's do this one. Water. Let's see what it says about water. All right. Where's water? You're probably seeing it. Okay, 57. I can't see it. All right, let's see. So here's what it shows. The presence of the element of water can be greatly felt in the practices of the Green Witch, in the preparation of infusions and floral remedies, when watering flowers and plants, and when quenching the thirst of woodland animals and birds in the summer. This element is closely connected to our emotions. As human beings, we come from a place of water, and we are made mostly of this element. If you pick this card, it means that you live your emotions very intensely without quieting them. You can look for a safe space in which to express them. That's great. You know what? Let's draw a couple more just to see how it reads. The Mortar. Let me find it. The Mortar, where are you? Page 19. All right. The Mortar. The mortar is one of the Green Witch's most useful tools. It is used to break down and turn into powder dried herbs, grains of incense, seeds, berries, and roots. It is like a little cauldron where everything is transformed even without fire. The energy is transferred through manual labor, and the mortar allows a sensorial relationship with the plants used, the perfumes, the textures, the sound that they make that tells you even more about them. This card indicates that in this moment you need to use your creative strength to blend, knead, and bring new life to something that has to be transformed. All right, and let's just do one more on this side. The Magic Circle. So where are we at the Magic Circle? Right here, 29. The Magic Circle. In some magical traditions, it is common to trace out a circle before each spell. It is like generating a protective space where the exchange between energy and magic can occur without interference. The cardinal points, north, east, south, and west, are the reference points for drawing your magic circle, so you can orient yourself before taking action. If you pick this card, ask yourself what your your reference points are and how you can make them visible and steady in your life. So it says the ways that you can, how to use this deck. You can start to think of this deck as an invaluable ally during your witching apprenticeship. Look carefully at the cards, reflecting on the pictures and the words. What do they invoke for you? What personal definition would you give to the card that you have chosen? What story does it tell you? Start getting to know the cards like this, following your own intuition. Then once you have discovered your own personal sensation for each card, read my suggested message written here. You can take your deck with you out in nature and pick out one card in front of a tree or a plant to enter into contact with its voice. You can take out one card a day and let it inspire you throughout the day. Then you can invent a small ritual or action to put into practice the message of the card that you have picked. You can decide to put one or more cards on your personal altar or under your pillow for natural dreams. You can also let yourself be inspired by the message of each drawing and slowly complete your journey along the path of green magic. If you like, before use, you can perform a simple ritual to dedicate your deck to green magic. Light a stick of incense and pass the cards through the smoke. Or leave the deck out overnight under the light of a full moon. Or even better, you can invent your own personal magic. Use the deck as a free creative tool to come into contact with your wild, untamed side. Enjoy your journey. So, I mean, essentially like how we use all Oracle decks, right? So, let me go grab a couple of decks really quick to see what I can match with this. Okay, so here is one of them that I thought about pairing it with, which is the Narrative Alchemy Tarot by Chrissy Bentley. This is on Make Playing Cards. I think that could go beautifully. Wow, yes. Yes. Wow, yes. I like it. So that's one. Okay, so another one I thought of is the Forhaxa Tarot by M.J. Cullinan. Now this is, I don't think this is a U.S. Games. No, this is her indie. However, I think that this is still on U.S. Games. So the Moon, Two of Earth, the Apple. The Empress and the Star, the Garden. You know, it is kind of busy, but I like it. I think this helps take a little bit of the busyness out. At least some of them do. The Hangman Aloe, Knight of Water. Lady of Herbs, Four of Water, Ace of Water. Knight of the Earth and Three of Air with the Goddess of the Woods. It's very interesting. I do think it looks really good together. All right, so let's look at some more. Okay, so another one I thought of is the Transient Light Tarot by Ari Wisner. That looks good together. What do you guys think? Three of Wands, the Star, Mugwort. Six of Vessels, the Chariot, and Contact. Wow. I think I like the aesthetic of this. It works really good. Common Comfrey, Four of Wands, and Eight of Wands. Kitchen Witch with Five of Wands and Nine of Wands. Interesting. Dueling chefs in the kitchen, right? The Moth, Six of Wands, and Ten of Wands. These are clearly in some sort of... No, Just funny how they got shuffled. 5 of Swords, the Moon, a garden of your own. Yeah, I like it. All right, so on to the next. Okay, so another one I wanted to try is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. The Moon and the Emperor and the Garden of Your Own. Oh, I might have already done that one. Phases of the Moon. Huh. The order, right, of the Moon. How interesting. Or structure of the Moon phases. Marigold, 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups. That looks really good together. I like it. 4 of Wands and the Star and the Floral Essence. Yeah. I like how this breaks up this. I think it's beautiful. Different. Beautiful. Mandrake, 5 of Cups in the Tower. Oh my goodness. Greater Burdock, King of Wands, and the Hierophant. All right, so that's another And one more that I wanted to show together, and that is the Greenwich Oracle meets the Folklore Tarot. How fabulous is that? Candles, 2 of Wands, and the Tower. Nine of Cups. Wow, with the Hermit and Scissors. Oh. That's an interesting, definitely looks interesting. It's doable. I mean, definitely with these darker cards. Works better with these darker cards than it does the lighter cards, in my opinion. But so a couple of things that I have taken notice of. That, let me just say that the things that I really like about the deck, I actually like the cardstock. I really do. I like the size. The artwork is gorgeous. I see that there is no diversity in it. I see that the majority is, you know, plants and stuff like that. But when I do see people in it, they're all just white or hands are white. I don't like that. I do wish that there was more diversity in the witches. I mean, we've got one that looks like a little bit older here, but there's no, oh, here we go. She's older. That's good. But I would like to see some color diversity. I really would have liked to see some color diversity. And I'm definitely going to be using it in my practice more for myself. But, and it shuffles really good. I think it's really pretty. I like the artwork. It goes really good with other Oracle decks I can even think of putting this with, because the artwork is really pleasing and the colors are really, really pleasing. So I would like to know what your thoughts on this deck are, and I will be putting a link where you can purchase this down below. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you love always.